And so to the Queen stage of this year's Vuelta. Destination L'Angliru, stage 17 of the great race, and time running out for those who would be part of a breakaway, which this day seemed to suggest would happen. Ayuso shooting the breeze, ignoring questions about teamwork for now anyway. Luis Leon Sanchez bandaged but unbowed after taking a real roughhousing on the day prior. And Sepp Kuss on his birthday wearing red, but would he be wearing red at the end of the day? This is what they had to deal with. Short stage, compact maybe, just 124.4 kilometres, but all of the climbs coming in the second half. And with rolling terrain before we got there, this was bound to bring those ambitions of being in a breakaway to the fore. Remco Evenepoel was up the road. He and Mattia Cattaneo set off and left the remainder of the break behind them. And indeed, as the climbing began, temptation was too much for Marc Soler, who sprang out of the peloton, chasing down those who'd been in the break, and we were asking questions about their strategy once again. It's a mystery. Over the top went Evenepoel with Cattaneo, and indeed 2 Category 1 tests before we got to the special climb of the L'Angliru was too much of a temptation for Evenepoel in that jersey competition. His teammate Cattaneo had done a job of time trialling him through the valley, and away went Evenepoel to virtually make sure mathematically that jersey belongs to him. Jumbo-Visma were running out of resources. Dylan van Baarle had done a big turn, and then Bahrain Victorious came through to help out as Evenepoel added yet more to his points tally on the penultimate test. Soler was starting to run out of legs as Bahrain Victorious were hoping to tee up Mikkel Landa. Wout Poels doing some spectacular work, likewise Buitrago and indeed Caruso on behalf of their team leader. Evenepoel knew that this day was not going to be his. Once we got to the testy ramps, the L'Angliru itself, an absolute nightmare. 6.5 kilometres to the finale with ramps over 23%. And it had a big toll. Not least on UAE Team Emirates. Ayuso seemed to be going backwards. Evenepoel was tagged, and the man who'd shared duties with him on stage 14, Romain Bardet, sprang out of the group, but it didn't last long. And so it was that Bahrain Victorious kicked into the mighty test at the end of the day. Landa hoping to bring glory and pride to Spain. Caruso going backwards, and ultimately it would be as well Wout Poels. But how long would indeed Landa hold on? And what could Jumbo-Visma do now they were down to the 3 leaders of this race, including Sepp Kuss in red? Well, we've questioned strategies from many teams. Some, they just had 1 card to play. 3 for Jumbo-Visma, and this time they went for Roglic, or at least he did. Well, what was the response of his teammates apart from anybody else? Landa was doing a lot of work and almost helping Sepp Kuss out there. Utebreks was brave for Bora, hoping to tee up Vlasov as well at the beginning of the day. Kuss let Vingegaard come through and then was on the radio. Was he asking for a slower pace? We think so. Maybe he was telling him to go for it. Well, Kuss slowed down, Vingegaard and Roglic pushed on. Landa came back onto the back wheel of Kuss and started to think about potentially a podium for the day, Landa. Well, as they came into the fog, it was a 2-up sprint for the line. No passing of Roglic by Vingegaard at this point. 10 and 6 bonus seconds going to them. But what would be the gap to Kuss? Would Vingegaard be in the red at the end of the day? Kuss sprinted on, saluted at the cameras, came past Landa, got himself 4 vital bonus seconds and held onto the jersey by a margin of just 8 seconds. João Almeida crossing the line as well. Utebreks had a good day out there. Bahrain, their plans not coming to fruition. And certainly Juan Ayuso asking some more questions of his team once he got back to the coach. Kuss said it felt a bit strange being passed by his teammates, which suggested they didn't wait for him. But he does still lead this race. Roglic getting another stage win to his name, possibly making a statement. Roglic, Vingegaard, Kuss, the 1, 2, 3 on the stage. Not that order overall, but they'll be happy as a team with that, especially as they've extended their gap overall on the chasers. Kuss then holding on to the red jersey by just 8 seconds. Happy birthday to him. But will he lead this race after tomorrow's stage? Vingegaard just 8 seconds behind him, Roglic 1:08, and then 4 minutes down now. Ayuso, who lost ground today, with Landa moving up into 5th. And so, another big day looms. The Cruz de Linares. Full coverage, don't forget, flag to line. It's a crucial day. The climbs come early, so we're seeing it all. 3 Category 1 tests, including twice over the final peak. It'll be an enthralling day, and yet again, we don't know how it'll pan out. Join us to find out.